Imagine this. You're standing at the top of the stairs. It's a regular Tuesday afternoon. You've walked these steps 1,000 times before. But today, your right knee hesitates. Your leg trembles just slightly. And you feel it deep in your bones. A weakness you can't explain. Maybe you brush it off as fatigue. Maybe you say it's just aging. But somewhere inside, it scares you. Because this time, it's not just about stiff joints. It's the sense that your body, your foundation, is getting weaker. And you're not alone. By age 50, nearly half of Americans already have bone loss. And by 65, falls become one of the biggest threats to independence. But here's the good news. You're not powerless. And you don't need expensive supplements, painful workouts, or miracle cures. You just need to eat differently. Yes, certain superfoods can rebuild your bones, protect your joints, and even reverse years of silent bone loss. Naturally, gently, and effectively. Today, I'm going to share the 7 scientifically backed superfoods you should eat every single day to restore bone strength, improve mobility, and feel like yourself again. We'll go deep into each one. I'll explain what it does, why it works, and how to add it to your meals, even if you hate cooking. Ready? Let's begin with one of the most underrated bone-healing foods on Earth. Number 1. Sardines, the tiny fish that holds the secret to strong bones. Let's be honest, sardines aren't exactly popular. They're canned, they're a little smelly, and they remind a lot of folks of cat food. But here's what most people don't know. Sardines are a bone-building powerhouse, packed with the precise nutrients your skeleton needs to stay strong and resilient, especially after 50. Each small sardine is loaded with calcium, the same mineral found in bones, but in food form. Vitamin D, which helps your body absorb that calcium. Phosphorus, another key player in bone strength. Protein, the raw material for muscle and joint support. Omega-3 fatty acids, reducing inflammation around joints. But the real magic? Sardines are one of the only foods on Earth that include edible bones. That's right. The tiny bones inside sardines soften during cooking and can be eaten. When you chew them, you're literally consuming the exact type of natural calcium your own body uses to build bone mass. Think about that. Instead of swallowing chalky pills from the pharmacy, you're eating the real thing. Bioavailable nutrients that go straight to your skeleton. One 3-ounce serving of sardines contains more calcium than a cup of milk. And unlike dairy, sardines don't cause bloating, gas, or insulin spikes. Now picture this. A woman named Linda, 63 years old. She struggled with early osteoporosis. Her doctor told her to start calcium pills, but they made her constipated and nauseous. Then she heard about sardines. She started eating them twice a week, on toast, in salads, or just straight from the can with a squeeze of lemon. 6 months later, her DEXA scan showed significant improvement in her bone density, without any meds. This isn't magic. This is food science. And sardines are one of nature's most efficient bone boosters. How to eat them? Mash them into avocado for a calcium-packed toast. Toss into a salad with olive oil and mustard. Blend into a Mediterranean pasta dish. Tip: choose wild-caught sardines in olive oil, not soybean oil. And make sure they include the bones. That's where the magic lives. If you can get past the initial ick factor, you'll discover that sardines aren't just good. They're one of the best things you can do for your bones. Number 2. Kale, the leafy green that builds bones better than milk. Growing up, we were told, drink milk for strong bones. But what if I told you, there's a leafy green that might do it even better? That's right, kale. Kale is one of the most calcium-dense vegetables on the planet. But it's not just the calcium, it's the complete package that makes kale such a powerful bone food. Here's what you get in just 1 cup of cooked kale. Calcium, over 170 milligrams per serving. Vitamin K1, critical for activating proteins that build new bone. Magnesium, helps absorb calcium and regulate bone growth. Antioxidants, fight inflammation that can weaken bones over time. Fiber, improves gut health, which helps your body absorb nutrients. Now here's something most people don't know. The calcium in kale is more bioavailable than the calcium in milk. That means your body can actually absorb more of it, without the risks associated with dairy. As we age, Most adults develop some level of lactose intolerance. Milk can cause bloating, gas, or discomfort, and in many cases, the calcium isn't even properly absorbed. But kale? It's clean, it's plant-based, and it comes with a bonus: vitamin K1, which has been directly linked to reduced fracture risk in older adults. In one study, women who consumed high amounts of vitamin K1 from green leafy vegetables had a 45% lower risk of hip fractures. Think about that. Almost half the risk just from eating more greens. And don't worry, kale doesn't have to be bitter or boring. Easy ways to add kale to your routine. Sauté it with olive oil, garlic, and lemon. Add it to smoothies with pineapple and banana. Toss into soups and stews for a nutritional boost. Bake into kale chips with sea salt for a crunchy snack. It doesn't take much, just 1 cup of kale a few times a week. Over time, that adds up to stronger bones, better joint health, and lower risk of fractures. And if you've ever struggled with your balance or felt that scary wobble when getting out of bed, you know how important that is. We've only just begun, and already you've met 2 of the most powerful superfoods in the world for bone strength. One from a sea, one from a soil. Both incredibly effective. But we're just getting started. In the next segment, I'll reveal 2 more foods, including one sweet treat that's secretly a bone builder and a spice that's been used for centuries to strengthen joints and improve flexibility. Don't miss it. And if you found value so far, don't forget to subscribe to Health Reset and tap the bell icon so you never miss a life-changing tip for your health, energy, and independence. Number 3. Sweet potatoes, the root that heals from the inside out. All right, let's talk about something you might already love: sweet potatoes. They're sweet, they're comforting, and guess what? They're one of the best things you can eat for your bones. Sweet potatoes are packed with vitamin A, which is essential for bone health. They also contain potassium, which helps preserve bone mineral density and reduces the risk of fractures. Here's the deal. Vitamin A, especially in the form of beta-carotene, helps regulate bone remodeling. Your bones are constantly breaking down and rebuilding. With enough vitamin A, you help your body rebuild stronger bones instead of fragile ones. Potassium works like a buffer, balancing out acids that can leach calcium from your bones over time. And as we age, the body can start to lose calcium if potassium levels drop. So, sweet potatoes literally act as a bone fortifier, replenishing the body with nutrients it needs to restore bone strength. Here's how they work their magic. You eat 1 serving of sweet potatoes, and you get all the potassium you need for the day. The vitamin A helps activate bone-strengthening proteins in your body. This is especially important for people over 50, as your bones become more fragile with age. With regular sweet potato intake, your bones are better protected from thinning. And we're not just talking about your standard mashed potatoes. Easy ways to enjoy sweet potatoes. Bake them whole and top them with a little cinnamon for a healthy snack. Slice them thin and bake them as crispy fries with a touch of olive oil. Mash them up with a little coconut milk and spices for a savory side dish. Sweet potatoes are perfect for bone health without sacrificing taste. They're nutrient-dense, easy to prepare, and extremely versatile. Number 4. Turmeric, the golden spice that heals. Now, here's where we get really interesting. You've probably heard of turmeric, the bright golden spice used in curries and soups. But it's not just delicious. It's a bone-saving powerhouse. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, which is renowned for its anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation is one of the key culprits in bone deterioration. When your body is inflamed, it can damage bones, muscles, and joints over time. Curcumin has been shown to inhibit the inflammation-causing molecules that lead to the breakdown of bone tissue. In fact, studies suggest that curcumin can help increase bone mineral density, helping protect against osteoporosis and fractures in older adults. But that's not all. Curcumin also works in conjunction with other nutrients like vitamin D, which is essential for calcium absorption. When paired with foods rich in vitamin D, such as sardines or kale, turmeric can make your bones even stronger. If you suffer from joint pain or discomfort, turmeric is your natural anti-inflammatory ally. By fighting inflammation, turmeric helps maintain the integrity of your bones and keeps the painful stiffness at bay. How to use turmeric for bone health. Make a warm golden milk by mixing turmeric with milk and honey. Add turmeric to your soups, stir-fries, or curries. Try in a smoothie by blending turmeric with a banana, coconut milk, and a pinch of cinnamon. Turmeric is both tasty and effective, so don't just save it for curry night. Start adding it to your meals for your bone health today. Number 5. Almonds, the tiny nuts that pack a big punch. Almonds, my friends, are not just a snack. They are little powerhouses of nutrition, packed with nutrients that protect and fortify your bones. Here's why. Calcium. Almonds are a great source of this essential bone mineral. Magnesium. You need this to convert vitamin D into its active form so that your body can absorb calcium effectively. Vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect bone tissue from oxidative stress. But the biggest selling point for almonds? They help balance your body's calcium to phosphorus ratio. Why is this important? Because your bones need the right balance of calcium and phosphorus to grow strong and stay dense. Almonds are also packed with healthy fats, good fats that help reduce inflammation in the body, which is key for reducing the risk of osteoarthritis and joint degeneration as you age. A handful of almonds every day, about 12 to 15, can help you hit your calcium goals, and they'll work wonders for keeping your bones in optimal condition as you age. How to incorporate almonds into your diet. Grab a handful as a snack in between meals. Toss them into oatmeal or a smoothie for an extra boost of nutrition. Try almond butter on toast or mix it into a healthy salad for added crunch. There is a simple and delicious way to keep your bones healthy. And if you want to make them even more bone boosting, pair them with a glass of milk or a calcium-rich smoothie. So far, we've covered 4 of the 7 superfoods that are absolutely essential for maintaining strong bones after 50. We've explored sardines, the tiny fish that's packed with bone-building calcium. Kale, the leafy green that has all the nutrients your bones crave. Sweet potatoes, the root vegetable that's full of vitamin A and potassium to fortify your skeleton. Turmeric, the anti-inflammatory spice that helps rebuild bone tissue and fight joint pain. In the next segment, we'll dive into 3 more superfoods, including a bone-boosting berry and a calcium-rich dairy alternative that can change your bone health forever. Number 6. Prunes, the surprising dried fruit that prevents bone loss. Now this one might surprise you, prunes. Yes, those wrinkly little dried plums that are often thought of as just good for digestion are actually a hidden gem when it comes to bone health. What makes prunes so special? It's their unique combination of nutrients and polyphenol. These compounds do more than help with digestion. They actively help prevent bone loss and even reverse early signs of osteoporosis. Here's how. Prunes contain boron, a trace mineral that plays a big role in preserving bone density and supporting hormone levels that influence bone formation. They're also rich in vitamin K, which helps regulate calcium in the bones and assists in proper bone mineralization. And then there's the phenolic compounds, plant-based antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in the body, both of which can lead to bone breakdown. But don't just take our word for it. Scientific studies have confirmed that postmenopausal women who eat 5 to 6 prunes a day maintain higher bone density than those who don't. That's not just impressive, it's empowering. Prunes are convenient, affordable, and deliciously sweet. You can snack on in the afternoon, toss a few into your oatmeal, or blend them into a smoothie for a naturally sweet flavor. And the best part? Just a few a day is enough to reap the benefits. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet. You just need to add this one small habit. So next time you pass by the dried fruit aisle, don't overlook the prunes. They might just be your secret weapon for stronger, denser bones and better overall vitality. Number 7. Greek yogurt, the creamy calcium powerhouse. To round off our list, we end with a classic, yet incredibly underrated bone superfood, Greek yogurt. Now you might be thinking, isn't all yogurt good for bones? And the answer is yes. But Greek yogurt stands above the rest for a few important reasons. Here's why it's a standout. Calcium and protein combo. Greek yogurt is packed with calcium, the most essential mineral for bones. But it's also rich in protein, which is crucial for maintaining the muscle mass that protects your skeleton and prevents falls. Probiotics. Your gut health has a huge impact on how well your body absorbs nutrients. including calcium and magnesium. The live active cultures in Greek yogurt help maintain a healthy gut microbiome, improving absorption of all those critical bone nutrients. Vitamin D fortified. Many brands of Greek yogurt are fortified with vitamin D, which helps your body absorb calcium effectively. This means you're not just eating calcium, you're absorbing it, storing it, and using it to build stronger bones. As we age, our ability to absorb calcium naturally diminishes. That's why Greek yogurt is such a smart choice for older adults. It does the hard work for you, giving you a nutrient-dense, easy-to-digest option that supports your skeletal system from the inside out. And let's not forget the delicious versatility. Add berries and a drizzle of honey for a satisfying breakfast. Mix it with turmeric and garlic for a savory dip. Use it as a creamy base in smoothies, soups, or even baking. With Greek yogurt, you're not just treating your taste buds, you're giving your bones a daily gift. It's easy, accessible, and absolutely delicious. Bringing it all together. Let's recap the 7 superfoods for stronger bones after 50. Sardines, rich in calcium, vitamin D, and omega-3s. Kale, loaded with vitamin K, calcium, and magnesium. Sweet potatoes, high in vitamin A and potassium to protect bone density. Turmeric, anti-inflammatory magic to protect bone structure. Almonds, full of calcium, magnesium, and healthy fats. Prunes, natural bone preservers that prevent age-related bone loss. Greek yogurt, the perfect balance of protein, calcium, probiotics, and vitamin D. These foods are not fads. They're time-tested, science-backed, and already sitting in your local grocery store, ready to help you take back control of your health. And the beauty is, you don't need to overhaul your entire diet. Just start by adding 1 or 2 of these superfoods to your daily routine. You'll begin to feel the difference in your posture, your energy, your ability to walk or climb stairs without discomfort. Your bones are the foundation of your independence. They support your movement, your strength, and your confidence. So nourish them, strengthen them, give them the care they've given you for over 5 decades. And remember, you're never too old to start getting stronger. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. There's nothing more valuable than the gift of good health. And for more videos like this, packed with real science, simple habits, and natural remedies to help you feel young and strong again, stay tuned to Health Reset. Until next time, take care of your bones, stay active, and never stop growing stronger.